Good day. I would like to share two dreams I had, and these were two reoccurring dreams with two different endings. And I feel like I'm pressed to share it because the first time I was shown it, I didn't take it seriously because I thought it was something stupid. But then the second time, I realized that God was trying to say something, and so I would like to share the dream. The first dream I had last year, sometime during the summer. And then this time I had a second dream similar, but it ended differently sometime in March. And so the first dream went like this. I was on the beach with my siblings, and there were, all of a sudden the ocean started to bring forth tidal waves towards the beach. So I told my siblings to run and get on the tower. And you know the tower always represents our strong tower, Jesus Christ. And we went on the tower and we were safe until I decided that I wanted to go back and get my items. And when I decided I wanted to go back and get my laptop, the tower fell into the ocean. And that's the end of that dream. And then the other dream I had recently, again, I was on the beach, but I was with a pastor and some children. And the pastor asked me a question, and I answered the pastor. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like something hit the ocean. And there were tidal waves coming, heading towards the beach. And so I told him to get off the beach. And I tried to imagine us riding off to the beach so we could be in the car. But every time I would try to imagine myself riding off, I was reset back onto the beach. And I noticed that the pastor and the children were taking they were taking time to load up and get in the car. But they eventually did. And we as we were getting away from the beach and the waves that were heading our way, we ran into this house that was all white in the inside. And I told everyone, get to the bedroom, get to the back. And as we got to the back, we closed the door and waited for this wave to hit. But I noticed that the floor wasn't getting wet. And so me and my sister went back out to the front door. We opened the front door to see if the wave was still coming. When we opened the front door, this time the wave was a lot closer. So we closed the front door and went back to the back room. And as I went back to the back room, I looked out the window and I saw a man. He probably waited too late. And he was running up the beach. And he was running from one set of wave, but another set of wave completely overtaken because he took too long to get prepared, I guess, to get off the beach. And so I said, oh gosh, the fact that I see this man out the window being swept by wave, the wave should soon hit us. And as I said that I wait for the water to come in the house, but the water never did. This time I look back from the bedroom door and I look out and the wave was gone and I woke up. And so lately God has led me to read Ezekiel, and Ezekiel talks about the whole book of Ezekiel. I only read so far to 16, and so far my understanding of what I've read so far is God had bring his judgment against a rebellious nation. And in the book, if you read the first 1 to 9th chapter, you realize that God said that he was so furious at the idols that they were worshiping and the foolishness that they were doing in his house and in his temple, that it infuriated him, that he said that I will not even have pity on them. When he showed his prophet Ezekiel what he was going to do, he said, I will not even have pity when I do this, because they profane my name and they defile my temple, and they do not return from their sins. He told Ezekiel to warn them, just in case that there are a few who might heed the warning, even though they be a rebellious nation. And so God is sending out a warning before he sends his judgment. It's gonna come, right? But he wants us to repent. He does not want anyone to perish. And so he's gonna give us time, because I had time to get off the beach and find some type of shelter, the house and the tower. We had time to get off. But those who take too long are going to be swept away. They're going to be overwhelmed by this judgment. They're going to be caught up in it because the waters were black. Right? This isn't like a clear water, beautiful type thing. This was destructive waves. And I can't say whether if it's literal waves or just a sign of some type of judgment, whether it be diseases, famine, any kind of thing, perilous times, something like that. And so, I want to read Romans 2 and 5, where it says, for the rebellious people, it says that, but after thy hardness and unrepentant heart, Thou storest up unto thyself the wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of God. And these are unto those that, they refuse to turn away and to repent of their rebellion. And then he says that in 2 Timothy 3:1-17, if you read it, it talks about in the last days there will be perilous times where men will be lovers of themselves and unholy and unrighteous, and they will be boasters, they will be proudful, they will not have natural affection, so forth and so on. And they will, because of this, they will never come to the truth, right? They will never come to the knowledge of God and the truth of God. And because our sins stop us from finding out the truth, our sin is what blocks us. And so I think God is just warning us, trying to warn us that his judgment is coming, because it's not just the Bahamas, it's mostly a lot of countries that is rebelling against God, and so much wickedness that is happening behind the scene and so forth. And God's judgment is going to come, but however, he is going to keep those who have a personal relationship with him and intimacy with him. They're going to have rest. They're going to be protected. Now is the time to seek God. Now is the time to seek Jesus. Now is the time to seek him with your whole heart. Now is the time to have a personal relationship with him. If you wait too late, you'll be like the man that I saw in my dream. He waited too late, and because he waited too late, he was overswept and he was caught up in the judgment. But those that, they got into the house, because we went into the house and the house is all white, and white is purity and righteousness that only comes from Christ. Only Christ can make you that clean. And the bedroom usually represents intimacy and rest, because you go to your bed, you take naps, you sleep, you find intimacy is for husband and wife, rest, intimacy. And so Jesus Christ wants a personal relationship with us. And you might say, how can I be clean? How can I become righteous? Seek Jesus Christ. And it also says in Ezekiel 36:25-27, it says that God said that I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean. From all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. He said, I will give you a new spirit and a new heart. I will give you also a heart of flesh and take away a heart of stone. He said that the spirit that I will give you will cause you to walk in my judgment and in my statutes and keep them. And so this is same Ezekiel. See, God allows judgment in order to get the people attention. He does not do it just because he wants to destroy for the fun of it, but he does it to get your attention. Don't wait for God to get your attention. Now is the time to get to know God personally. And so I also want to say that, point out Ezekiel 9:1-6. Right, it talks about how before God sent his judgment, he also sent forth I don't know if it was a literal person or a spiritual man, but he sent forth a man dressed in linen to seal the heads of those who did not want to be a part of the wickedness and the evil that was going on. Right, so if they were righteous, God had sealed them so that they be protected, that no harm will come. Like David said, like Psalms 91, no plague shall come near thy dwelling. Because God will seal those that are in him, who have a personal and intimate relationship with him. And those that walk in him, they shall be protected. But you must start now. Now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to seek God. Do not wait till it's too late, because too late, it will be too late. It will be too late if you wait too late. You have to do it now. Because when the judgment comes, it's going to come fast. It's going to come like waters. It's going to come like tsunamis. It's going to come in tidals. And they come pretty quickly. They don't come in an hour or half an hour. They come in minutes. So it's going to come quickly. And if you're not ready, you're going to be overtaken by it. And so seek God today. And he wants a personal relationship with everyone. So may Jesus bless you. Amen.